Hi everyone, my name is Liz I Read and welcome to another video, and this video is for the review Talk Nerdy to Me by Tiffany Schmidt. So this is book 3 in the Bookish Boyfriends series. The first two books are A Date with Darcy and the second one is The Boy Next Story. So the gimmick with this series is that the English teacher at Hero High, which is a prep school, kind of drops a book into the hands of students that to help them in their life, specifically their love life, which sounds super awkward, but it's not. Their life seems to emulate the classic that they're reading and kind of guides them along. In book 1, it was a Pride and Prejudice retelling. Book 2, it was Little Women, and this one is an Anne of Green Gables retelling. This was definitely a new favorite of mine in the series. I think book 1 is still maybe my favorite because it's Pride and Prejudice, but this was a close second. We follow Eliza, and she's not an orphan, but her parents are scientists and they're always away doing their studies. They specifically live, I think, in like the Antarctica, doing their science experiments. And she's unfortunately always living at home with one of their grad students to kind of look after her. She is best friends with Marilee, who is the main protagonist of book 1. Eliza feels a lot of pressure to do really well because she has the reputation of her parents. She herself is quite smart and beautiful, but she still feels this pressure to having to do extremely well because of how well her parents are at their line of work. Eliza also has the pressure of her parents because even though her parents aren't around, they constantly monitor her, whether it's her sleeping patterns or her workout regime. They have her wear like a Fitbit all the time and monitor how her well-being is, and she has to fill like food logs and all of these things. Since they're not around, they still want to keep tabs on her, and this is their way of doing so. So she has a really strained relationship with her parents because they're never around, but also at the same time feel like they're constantly hovering over her. She desperately wants to please her parents, but she does feel the strain of that pressure. So this romance is between her and Curtis, who from day one, it's been pretty clear that he is attracted to her. But throughout this book, she realizes that he is exceptionally smart, and she's never known that. They've always had some kind of chemistry, a lot of bantering. She is really combative with him. She fights with him a lot and is maybe a little bit unkind towards him, even though he is really respectful of her, but she, for whatever reason, finds it really hard to get along with him. And so as you can probably tell, it's definitely a hate to love romance. Curtis himself is really smart, but he doesn't show off. He tries to keep it hidden for most of the time, and it's mostly because of his younger brother, who's really sensitive to how smart Curtis is. And it's their romance. They have a bit of a competition, kind of just like Anne and Gilbert Blythe has in Anne of Green Gables. They're competing at the science fair, and it's about their blossoming romance. They start hanging out together. They're both runners, so they enjoy running together, and it goes on from there. The hard-hitting element of this one, obviously, is Eliza and her strained relationship with her parents. I really felt for Eliza in this one. I think this author is really talented, and I want people to start reading her work because this is a really good young adult romance, and not just this one, but all of these books in the series. Like I said, this is Anne of Green Gables retelling. There's usually a second book featured, and the second book is actually Frankenstein, which may seem an odd pairing with Anne of Green Gables, but it works really well because Eliza is really into biology, and her parents are biologists, obviously. And funny enough, she feels kind of sympathy and can relate to the monster of Frankenstein. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I love the romance. I should also say, actually, that it's again another biracial couple romance. Eliza herself is Caucasian, but Curtis is biracial. He is half Egyptian and half Caucasian. So there's some representation there. I'm really excited for book 4. It's going to be between Curtis's younger brother and Huck, who was Rory's friend. So it's going to be a male-male romance. And again, another biracial couple because Curtis's younger brother is also half Egyptian, half Caucasian. So yes, I'm really excited for this. Again, we got to see the friend group, which I enjoyed hanging out with. And I don't think I have anything else to say except read this series. It's so good. I definitely recommend it. If you're looking for a YA romance, read this series. It's so good. If you've read the series, please comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions about it. If you have any recommendations for me, please leave your comments down below. I'm always looking for more books, new books to read. If you want more bookish content from me, please click on the video on the screen. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you have not done so, you can follow me on Instagram and Goodreads. And you know what? I want you to keep reading. Bye.